Sure, would love to.
And as you can see, as we start to cross the street with this road, that's what's straight ahead. And once we get down there, you'll see the USS Constitution that guarded the shores.
The ship's still there?
Ship's still there. Now I'm going to take you to probably the most beautiful building that I've been to in the country. I mean, these are buildings are old. This is 1826 here. That's when this business was established. But as you've seen from the sign, these buildings have all been here since 1630.
Where are we, Josh?
Go this way, Chili.
Where are we?
Right now, about Hanover Street. Farmers market here on the weekends. Memorial Day ceremony. So now we're going to go to the best shop you've never been to.
Constitutional shop.
Port of the Colony.
So the building was erected what year? 1640?
1632.
Wow. So this building right here is 1632.
So you might want to get a nice pan-up shot here.
What is that?
This is Faneuil Hall. This is where commerce and trade was. So all the goods would be brought from the port of Boston. This was not here yet. This is Civil War era. This is where the trade and commerce was all handled before going across the street where we'll ultimately go to the State House, the old State House.
So Washington stood on that balcony right there. And he could see all the way to the harbor.
Straight to the harbor.
So that second story building could see to the harbor. That's incredible. This is, wow. That's so cool.
This is the Ebenezer Hancock House. The Ebenezer Hancock House, built in 1767, is the only remaining house in Boston associated with John Hancock. He owned the house, but it was lived in by his brother Ebenezer, who was Deputy Paymaster General of the Continental Army. This is one of the few downtown residences surviving from the late 18th century. From 1798 to 1963, the country's oldest continuously run shoe store occupied the building's first floor. Look at this. Transports arrived every day, mainly from Poland, but also from other European countries, Germany, Austria, Czechoslovakia, and others. At one transportation, there was a Ukrainian woman. She possessed documents that proved she was a genuine Aryan, and yet she went to the gas chamber. Once you crossed that gate to the camp, there was no chance to get out of there alive. Now, this specific bar was but it was still serving from 1730 on. It's when the new owners purchased it. So this was the central hub for constitutional practices. Because keep in mind, the governor would live across the street when we were still under law. The governor would live over in the State House. So people would march to these places, and all of those big movements, especially when the Redcoats were marched out of Boston. 24,000 troops being marched out by 3% of the nation on these same roads. The only time that's happened since then is after George Floyd was murdered by police. And the same exact number, almost exactly 24,000 people marched these same cobblestone roads up to the new State House to address their grievances the same way as our predecessors did. The only difference is they were willing to lose everything because they had nothing. And we're too concerned about safety.
Faneuil Hall?
Yep.
Really cool. Really cool. Dope. And where are we right now, Josh? Where is this?
So we're in Faneuil Hall, Quincy Market in downtown Boston. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you through here. You're going to see some of the best food shops in America. In fact, one of them has a Michelin star, which is crazy for actually not being a restaurant. Then we're going to check out some old places, John Hancock's dad's house, the old state building, so you can get some up close, nice footage. There might be a few street performers. We're going to take you into the Constitutional shop that they have here in downtown Boston, where everything is the Constitution.
Oh, really?
We the people. It's going to be your favorite place to go today, Chili.
Oh my God, it actually will be.
And I'm going to buy you a gift.
Oh, get out of here. So just give you guys a lay of the land, just so you can kind of see it. This is where we are right here. Really.
And I'll take you to the United States Constitution that's docked in the harbor.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let's do it. Let's enjoy. This is great.
So walk through here. You know, when I think about like what's really cool of freedom, I try and put myself in our founder's shoes. What would it be like, right? Well, what if you could walk down the same roads that have not been changed, the original cobblestone, that the same people that got us free from tyranny? That's just awesome. So we'll take you down there too. These are all your places. Boston Chowder Company's here. It's the best chowder in Massachusetts.
Wow. Dude, I might have to break my fast with Boston Chowder Company.
I mean, just look at some of this. All homemade. not food court
It
stuff.
smells delicious, dude. Oh my god, I'm starving. Oh my god. Last bite was 9 p.m. last night, so. Oh, dude, I'm dying. You guys can't smell in here, but this smells so good. Incredible. Incredible.
This is Wicked Lobster.
Wicked lobster?
Wicked Lobster.
Wicked lobster.
You're the best lobster right here.
Chili, have you ever decided to watch the show Cheers?
Yeah.
You want to go where everyone knows your name?
Yeah.
The original restaurant from the series is also here.
Is that right?
And the bartender that the show was inspired on still worked there until just last year, retiring after 35 years.
Wow. Really cool. Really having a great trip in Boston.
This building was erected in 1820 something, 1826.
Let's stand in the center real quick. I'm just going to get a spin here. This was erected in... Sorry. Excuse me.
There's Boston chowder. They serve you your chowder in a bread bowl, a bowl made of bread.
That sounds good.
That does sound good, doesn't it? That sounds amazing.
Yeah, I need.
Oh, you smell that, Chili?
Oh, it smells good.
That's the Boston and Maine Fish Company. Look at all that good stuff in there. Look at that.
Thank you. Wow. Really?
You see gourmet pizza bagels? Check that out.
Gourmet pizza bagels? Dude, I may have to break my fast early today. This looks amazing. I could push it till 6 or 7. How late is this open?
Probably around 7, 8 o'clock.
Yeah, I can push till 7. I stopped eating at 9 p.m. last night, so I can. Oh, let's take a look.
You might want to get a nice pan-up shot here.
What is that?
This is Faneuil Hall. This is where commerce and trade was. So all the goods would be brought from the port of Boston. This was not here yet. This is Civil War era. And they would be brought here. This is where the trade and commerce was all handled before going across the street where we'll ultimately go to the State House, the old State House.
Wow. So cool. So cool. It's nice. I mean, look how cool that building looks right there. That's so cool. And this is after the Civil War?
Yeah, no, before Civil War.
This is pre-Civil War.
1826.
1826. So,
This is protected by the National Park Service because it's a national.
but your Civil War is going to be 18. No,
That's pre-Civil War, but
No.
Civil War era.
1861. 1861 to 1865. 1862, some might say. Oh, wow. So cool. Birthplace of the American Revolution and the driver of social and environment revolutions in the 19th and 20th century. National Parks of Boston. Wow. So we're at the center of the beginning of the American experiment. And a lot of people don't know that we're the only country in the world that started this American experiment. Oh yes. Can I touch your flag? Can I touch that? I just want to make sure it's okay. Hell yeah. Oh, I would love to fly this. Don't tread on me. Ooh, how much are these? $9.95. $9.95? Sold. Sold. I'll take one. Sold. I got you, brother. Thank you so much. There's a here. Straighten that out for me. There might be a 20 in there. I don't know if there is. That'll just 11. Thank you. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Just got it. $10. I definitely am that. I don't need the receipt. I don't steal anything. How you doing?
Have a bud?
Yeah, love this place. Oh, oh.
I'm gonna take you to the Constitution store. This is mild compared to anything.
Dude. Let me make sure I get this in the frame.
Yeah, I'm gonna take you to a
Wow. Oh man, is that for sale? What is that?
Yeah, it's for sale, man.
I'm gonna buy it.
Well, wait till we get to the. It's only $20. Wait till we get to the other place. It's much more.
I'm gonna buy this. This timeline this really makes me happy. I love learning. And I guarantee there's information on there I don't know. Is there another one? I can buy one of these at the other store?
Oh yeah. You're gonna the next store that we're going to, buddy. This is gonna change your world.
Wow. (1865) Galveston, Texas. Amazing, dude. I'm getting goosebumps. This so far is one of the best parts of my trip. Wow. So cool. Where are we at, Josh?
We're gonna go this way.
What is that building over there? That really old looking one.
Oh, we're gonna go there too. We'll end there. That's the old State House, the most beautiful building in America. And I want to show you guys. I want to.
the old State House?
Yep. We're gonna go right up in there.
Wow.
Actually, look below your feet. Pre-Revolutionary War. It's never been changed.
This is pre-Revolutionary War?
Pre-Revolutionary War.
Wow.
This is a national park right here. We're gonna go to John Hancock's father's home.
John Hancock. Oh, wow. John Hancock signed the Declaration of Independence, brother.
Sure did. And you're also gonna see America's
Wow.
oldest tavern. Now, it says that it was created in 1796. That's the oldest point where they have it on the books as a registered business, but it's been around since at least 1730. And, all the people that were instrumental in getting this Declaration of Independence together would meet at the bottom of this bar and they would present a coin. And when they presented the coin to the bartender, that would signify that they're part of that 3%. They're part of those freedom fighters that are we the people. And they'd get admitted, they'd get entrance into the back where they would meet with other like-minded people before Benjamin Franklin had to help and intervene and leave King George's court, and before the Continental Congress. The bridges of freedom were literally erected in America's oldest tavern.
Wow. Great information from AFA. Holy smokes. Dropping knowledge.
Fun fact, I used to be a general manager for Hennessy's and Patios. And to your left, unfortunately, is, it's nice that there's a memorial. It's unfortunate what happened. That is the Holocaust Memorial. So
really?
steam 24/7 will go between the glass, and on each of the glass is each of the recorded members that passed away during the Holocaust.
It's right there.
You can walk through it if you like.
Let's go take a look. Thank you, sir. Let's take a look. Oh, I've always wanted a good "Don't Tread on Me" flag, and now I got one.
Oh, and there it is. Bell in hand. We'll make our way over there in a second.
Oh.
1933 and 1945, the Nazis created a regime of hate and victimization in Germany that eventually consumed most of Europe. See, every single etching is a name. See how many names are there? That's all the numbers of the concentration camp prisoners.
Fuck me up.
Well, the point is, you want to stand in the middle. And look up. Look directly up and see how many names there are, and then imagine that there's 6 separate of these pillows. Look at this. Transports arrived every day, mainly from Poland, but also from other European countries, Germany, Austria, Czechoslovakia, and others. At one transportation, there was a Ukrainian woman. She possessed documents that proved she was a genuine Aryan, and yet she went to the gas chamber. Once you crossed that gate to the camp, there was no chance to get out of there alive. When you go in, look up, man. Get a feel for, look how small those numbers are.
Wow. And just take a look. These are the numbers of these. Each number represents a human being.
That's correct. That's each one of their inmate numbers. But if you look at the bottom, there's also the name of each concentration camp that's represented here. So this is Auschwitz, Birkenau, Sobibor is over there. So each one represents people who were killed.
I come from Jewish stock.
Yeah, so Sobibor.
My last name, De Castro, is actually a Jewish surname. A lot of people don't know that.
Machinek.
Just look. I mean, it goes all the way up. 6 stories. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Look at this.
6
Imagine
stories.
a world in which your entire possession is one raspberry and you give it to your friend.
You can't see it, but it says imagine a world which your entire possession is one raspberry and you give it to your friend.
German homosexuals were early victims of Nazi persecution. Many were imprisoned. Some were castrated and used in medical experiments. Thousands died in concentration camps. So we're not even talking about Jews. We're talking about German homosexuals, Aryan.
Oh, just the bigotry and hatred for people who are different than them. Man, I've lived in West Hollywood for 20 years. There's none of that crap there. We just don't tolerate it back in WeHo. I mean, it goes back to the 1969 Stonewall riots in New York, and that's the beginning of liberation for gays. Where are we, Josh?
Go this way, Chili.
Where are we?
Right now, about Hanover Street. Normally, farmers market here on the weekends. It's Memorial Day, so there won't be. So now we're going to go to the best shop you've never been to.
Constitutional shop. Wow. This is a great video, man. This is a lot of information coming
I
up.
try and stay out of this shop because it literally, sends me into financial ruin.
I just want one of those timelines, man.
This is the Bell in Hand. I'll walk you around to the front in a second, but America's oldest tavern.
Oh, so this is the place you were telling me about where they showed their coin? And they knew they were 3%?
1630s. Yep, this is when the street was erected and these businesses started going up.
1630. Wow. So cool, huh?
Open. Better be.
It's open? Going in the constitutional shop here.
No. All right. Thanks so much. Thank you. Have a good day, guys. You too. Cheers. Thank you.
There you go.
The Book of Great American Documents.
They have one of the Constitution, Declaration of Independence, the Boston Tea Party. Pocket Declaration of Independence.
Oh, cool.
Pocket Constitution.
Oh, Pocket Constitution. We actually have to have read it. You know, I just wonder how many people have just sat down and just read the U.S. Constitution.
Wait, what you're looking for? Yeah.
Is that a ship inside of a thing?
Oh, that's the Constitution.
Oh, that's the Constitution inside of a... Oh, so you throw it over the ship and then...
That's the USS Constitution that's parked across the street.
Oh, the ship? Yeah. Oh, sorry about that. This goes here. That's the USS Constitution.
Hey, Sam. We always get wicked good lobster.
Wicked good lobster. A lot of Boston fan stuff in here too.
Yeah, it's changed since the last time I was in here. Obviously, because it's Memorial Day and the Celtics are playing, but this whole corner was Constitution.
be for sure.
It's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Freedom Trail.
Hi. Need a bag? It'll fit my bag. Okay, that's okay. Bag anyway.
Go ahead, guys. Here you go, man.
What does it say, Josh?
This is the Ebenezer Hancock House. The Ebenezer Hancock House, built in 1767, is the only remaining house in Boston associated with John Hancock. He owned the house, but it was lived in by his brother Ebenezer, who was Deputy Paymaster General of the Continental Army. This is one of the few downtown residences surviving from the late 18th century. From 1798 to 1963, the country's oldest continuously run shoe store occupied the building's first floor.
I wonder if they could just go to Ebenezer Scrooge. Is that where that came from? Ebenezer?
I don't know.
Is that how do you say the name?
Ebenezer.
Ebenezer. I think that's a Jewish name, isn't it?
That's from before.
Or is that German? This is, wow. That's so cool.
Look.
I mean, if you love America, this is the place to come. Wow. So cool.
Wanna take a picture of the red coat?
Oh, is that a red coat?
Right? Like acting is great. It's a great story
right there.
It's a traitor. Right? The sub.
Wow.
This is the Bell and Hand Tavern. Yep. Now this specific bar but it was still serving from 1730 on. It's when the new owners purchased it. So this was the central hub for constitutional practices. Because keep in mind, the governor would live across the street when we were still under law. The governor would live over in the State House. So people would march to these places, and all of those big movements, especially when the Redcoats were marched out of Boston. 24,000 troops being marched out by 3% of the nation on these same roads. The only time that's happened since then is after George Floyd was murdered by police. And the same exact number, almost exactly 24,000 people marched these same cobblestone roads up to the new State House to address their grievances the same way as our predecessors did. The only difference is they were willing to lose everything because they had nothing. And we're too concerned about safety. Those who would sacrifice liberty for security deserve neither.
Beautiful, Josh.
Every time that happens, you're disgracing your ancestors that died right here.
Wow. Josh laying some knowledge down, guys. Beautiful. We're so lucky. Thanks, Josh. Appreciate it. Laying down some serious knowledge for
You know
the people.
Sam Adams?
Yeah.
The brewer?
Yeah.
I mean, this is where he would brew his shit.
This is where he brewed his stuff,
You're
huh?
gonna see they have the dedication over
Sam,
the Bell and Hand.
Sam Adams Brewery, huh?
Now I'm gonna take you to probably the most beautiful building that I've been to in the country. I mean, these are buildings are old. This is 1826 here. That's when this business was established. But as you've seen from the sign, these buildings have all been here since 1630.
Right.
Yeah, so she's the top right.
Delicious. Irish American, the Irish whiskey. So cool. What is Sons of Boston?
Sons of Boston is just a semi-new pub, but that's in reference to, I think they weren't called Sons, I believe they were the Sons of Liberty.
Oh,
So that's a play on the Sons of Liberty. But the Sons of Liberty, again, that building over there.
Right. Right.
Everything that is America started right here. And this is the hodgepodge, of Boston is different from any other city because most downtowns span miles. But this is your downtown Boston, and look at the buildings.
Yeah.
1700, 1970s building over there from the not early 1900s, 1920s. Then right next to it you have one from 17.
It looks like that.
20, and you have
Yeah, she's done growing.
He's gonna get a lot bigger, isn't he?
No, she's done.
Are you gonna make it? I think we're gonna make it. Who's the statue?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Just a Bostonian, maybe?
I don't know. Maybe Kevin Hagan White, Mayor of Boston, 68 to 80.
Oh, 1968.
Mayors usually hang in there. Marty Walsh is in there for about 10 years, but before him, Mayor Menino is beloved by the people. He was
68.
in office for 20 years.
68 is Terry versus Ohio. Ooh, it's hot. It's hot. It's warm. Wow, that's so cool.
I mean, look at the hodgepodge of time here.
Really cool. Do you guys see this? So cool. It's getting to be June, so there's the smell coming up just like there is in New York. Not as bad a smell here though, not even close. The smell in New York right now is just always rough.
A personalized freedom tour for accountability for all.
Personalized,
Just for Chile.
just for me, man. See that? Look at this. I want to show this building how it looks like it's cut in half, but it's not. That's two different buildings. Are those two different years?
Yeah, the one on the right is going to be way older.
The one on the right's way older.
Way older.
Oh,
You can
yeah.
actually see up top by the bronze. I mean, if you were here in 1920, all the tops of these buildings were gold. See, that's another one. Right here on the right. And they all look hodgepodge because the way the streets are now is not the way that the natural streets were then. I mean,
Right.
it was. Here it is, man.
That's the State House.
This
Oh,
is
we
the
drove by
old.
this the
This
other
is
day.
the old State House.
Right.
So you can see. You can't see right now, but the North Church is kind of hidden from where we are now. But picture no other buildings. Okay. So that balcony is totally 100% adjacent to the harbor that's down there. So George Washington would stand on that balcony every day to see if the British were in fact coming.
I see. So Washington stood on that balcony right there, and he could see all the way to the harbor.
Straight to the harbor.
So that second-story building could see to the harbor. That's incredible.
You want to go in?
Sure, would love to.
That, if you start across the street with this road, that's what's straight ahead. Once we get down there, you'll see the USS Constitution that guarded the shores.
The ship's still there?
The ship's still there. They
USS.
take it out for a sail every year. The Queen Elizabeth, until she became sickly, would come every single year for the launch of these boats to show her peace. So when they surrendered, they made a deal. And now every single year when that Constitution goes out, Queen Elizabeth comes to show her support, but she doesn't anymore.
Wow. What's that star they're looking at over here on the circle? Do you know what that is? They're talking about this right here.
I don't know what significance it would have, but this is the Boston Massacre.
Oh, right. Oh, wow.
Right here.
Wow.
Thomas Jefferson represented the guy that,
It was John Adams.
John Adams.
John Adams represented the killers from Britain that were the Boston Master, and they got off, by the way. Yeah, John Adams.
So it was directly after that that he went and contacted Benjamin Franklin in England and asked him for his support and help. Site of the first meeting house in Boston, built AD 1632. Preachers John Wilson, John Eliot, John Cotton, used before 1640 for town meetings and for sessions of the General Court of the Commons.
So the building was erected what year? 1640?
1632.
Wow. So this building right here is 1632.
No, that says site, so I'm pretty sure it was probably built over it, because that's not from 1630. That's
Yeah, I don't think it-
That's from the early 1920s. That's the site of it.
Pretty dope. So we shall proceed. Well, I definitely want to go back and get that timeline poster. I loved it. The original State House Washington was in. Is it open? If it is, let's go in. Thank you.
The glass panels above you show the oldest part of the building.
1748. Oh, wow.